Hello and welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on Wednesday, September 9th. I'm your host for today's program, Kimberly Acosta. Many of the stories you hear here today can be found at our website, IndianCountryNews.com, or you can check out IndianCountryTV.com. And here's the news for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. Native American farmers, ranchers, and their supporters will meet tomorrow, September 10th, during the 40th Annual United Tribes International Pow-wow in Bismarck, North Dakota, to discuss Keepseagle versus Vilsack, a 10-year-old nationwide lawsuit against the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Native American leaders and lawyers representing thousands of Native American farmers and ranchers will urge President Obama and Agricultural Secretary Vilsack to make long overdue changes to the USDA's discriminatory lending practices and to call upon the administration to settle the Keepseagle case. A new expert report will be released that finds that since 1981, Native American farmers and ranchers received only half the loans they were qualified to receive when compared to other farmers. And although the USDA has admitted it failed to treat minority farmers equal over several decades, it has not taken adequate action to eliminate discrimination in its farm loan programs. With a new administration, the Native American community hopes that the USDA will finally resolve this unacceptable problem. And while President Obama announced this spring that he will take major steps to resolve the remaining discrimination claims of black farmers, he has not stated any such desire to settle the Keepseagle action or remedy the gross discrimination suffered by thousands of Native Americans. A 48-year-old woman from Pine Ridge will serve more than 11 years in federal prison for selling drugs on the Pine Ridge Reservation. She is one of 8 people from South Dakota and Nebraska convicted in the case. Elvina Whitebull was charged with conspiracy to distribute cocaine and possession with intent to distribute cocaine and marijuana and pled guilty to the first count. Lyle Wilson and Brandon Eckhoffey are awaiting sentencing, while Lawrence B. Hill, Tyler Eaglebull, Joe Brewer, and brothers Dominic and Daryl Suedo pleaded guilty and already are serving sentences in prison. A judge in Rapid City, South Dakota has handed down a unique sentence for 2 women accused of a hate crime. For the next 5 years, 21-year-olds Jenna Gitsky and Miranda Sheldon will spend the weekend in jail near the anniversary of their crime. Judge A.P. Fuller also ordered them to do at least 100 hours of culturally sensitive community service, spend 5 years on probation, and meet with the victims and a mediator at the Center for Restorative Justice. The women were accused of throwing rocks and eggs and yelling racial slurs at American Indians last December. Both women pled guilty to malicious intimidation, which is defined as a hate crime under South Dakota law and is punishable up to 2 years in prison. Members of the Yankton Sioux tribe in Marty, South Dakota have elected Tribal Chairman Robert Conoyer to a third 2-year term. Conoyer defeated Glenn Drapaho Jr. 511 to 460 in last week's election. The tribe also chose Karen Archambault as vice president. She defeated the incumbent John Stone 516 to 450. Plus, voters elected 2 new officers to the Tribal Council. The remains of a South Dakota soldier killed 59 years ago in the Korean War will be reburied this month at the Cheyenne River Reservation. Army Sergeant First Class Arthur Francis Jewett was killed around Thanksgiving 1950, but was not among the more than 33,000 Americans who died in battle whose bodies were returned, so he was listed as missing in action. Jewett's remains were recovered in 2002 from a mass grave near the Chosin Reservoir in northeast North Korea and are scheduled to be flown back to the state in a couple of weeks. An all-night wake is set for September 23rd through the 24th at All Saints Catholic Church in Eagle Butte, and his funeral will be September 25th with a burial to follow at St. Teresa Catholic Cemetery in Whitehorse. State higher education regents have recently approved a proposal by Northeastern State University to offer a Bachelor of Arts degree program in the Cherokee Cultural Studies. Northeastern is located in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, which is home to the Cherokee Nation, one of the largest tribes in the United States. The degree program will be the second at NSU focused on Cherokee studies. The university already offers a Bachelor's of Arts degree in Cherokee education. Debbie Blank, the Regent's Associate Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, said other Oklahoma colleges offer courses, certificates, and degrees in American Indian Studies, but NSU is the only one to offer a bachelor's degree in studies concerning a specific tribe. That distinction is important, said Neil Morton, the group leader for education services for the Cherokee Nation. To apply degree status to a program is really a step forward, especially to a program in in a native language, Morton told the Associated Press. Offering a degree gives it a merit in the academic community and in the general public. And that is the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. We'd like to thank our underwriters for helping us with this broadcast and look forward to seeing you again. Thank you and have a grand day.